today we are washing eggs. This is about 2 days worth on our homestead. Like any other egg washing video that I've made, I need to let you guys know that this is not a how-to video. This is me simply showing you what we do here on our farm to wash eggs before we sell them at our farm stand. Very first thing is I go ahead and put the eggs directly into the sink and I start running the water. You want to have a warm water, not cold at all. Because this is just 2 days worth, I am not going to fill the sink up. If I have a lot of eggs to save water, I will put the stop in the sink and let the water fill up for two reasons. One, to conserve some of the water. After I wash the egg, I'll give it a quick rinse into some fresh water before setting it over here to dry. The second reason is when I have a lot of eggs, when you put them in the water, typically eggs that aren't good float and eggs that are good sink. And if I have a few days buildup of eggs, some of them will get cracked and they'll no longer be good. And it's just a really helpful way to see what eggs are for sure bad. However, that's not foolproof. I have had plenty of eggs that are bad that when I've done the float test, they don't float. So the only way that you really can ensure that you are having good eggs is to have really good practices on your farm. You want to make sure you're getting eggs daily, if not twice a day. In the heat of the summer, you don't want a hen that is broody to sit on eggs for a long period of time at all. We are extremely religious at checking our coops at least once a day, if not more. And then we're always trying to make sure that when we look at wash the eggs, we're checking for any sorts of cracks or anything like that. We don't use any sort of chemicals or cleaning solution. When I wash eggs, I really do enjoy sorting them by color. So I'll have blues and greens, whites, browns. That way when it's time to package them, I can do a couple that are in rainbow order. But once they are all wiped down and clean, we let them air dry before we start packaging them up. Check out this cute little fairy egg. Fairy eggs are just when they're little tiny, guys. How cute is that? Okay, here you go. You can see this one is cracked. So if I find a bad egg, I simply set it to the side. And then we will cook and feed that back to the chickens so that they can get calcium from the shell and protein from the egg. This is a duck egg. I can tell because in the water it feels much more smooth and almost slimy compared to this chicken egg, and then you can even see that even though they're both white, this one is definitely more, almost has like a gray tint, and this is like a bright white. Another cracked one. Sometimes when we have a lot of eggs, we will already have a pot of boiling water going on the stove, and we will just throw them there to start cooking. During the peak season when we have a lot of eggs to wash at one time, Alex and I will work together, and as he washes them and they start to dry, I will start to package them. But right now we are getting anywhere from 20 to 40 eggs a day, and it is very manageable for just one person to do, especially now that the kids are back in school. Ooh, here's a turkey egg. They remind me of dinosaur eggs. Very big, pointy, and just speckled, a hand-speckled egg. They are delicious fried on a hamburger. That's my favorite way to eat these. I have not tried them for baking yet. I'm sure they would probably be wonderful to bake with. I am done washing eggs. Out of all of these, there was only 7 that were cracked and not good. But look how beautiful these are. I'm gonna point out a couple of my favorites. This one here reminds me of mint chocolate chip ice cream. These are almost gold. I have this beautiful egg. It looks nearly purple. You can see it's just the bloom. It is a brown egg, but when it dries, it's nearly purple. And we had a total of 6 duck eggs and 1 turkey egg. Okay, I always start off with a rainbow dozen. So I'm gonna start with our dark eggs first. And and we do choose to point them pointy end down first. Here's our first one. We have a sticker that has safe handling instructions, and then I'll have another one that has today's date as the date we packaged them. I'll put that off to the side. Go ahead and do our other one. Let me get these eggs. Second rainbow dozen. A lot of the other eggs, I go ahead and I will just zigzag, put in brown, or kind of do something like this. And then I'll fill in the remaining areas with our blues, whites, and greens. So that is another way that I package them. Altogether, we had 8 dozen chicken eggs. I'm going to show you what I do with our duck eggs right now. Because we are getting such few duck eggs every week, I am saving them all for myself for baking cookies at the farm stand. So I have these reusable containers that I have in the fridge, and that is where I put our duck eggs. I will also be storing our turkey egg we got in here as well until I have more to sell. I typically at least like to have 2 turkey eggs to sell together at a time, and we sell them for $1 a dozen. So this I will be putting in the fridge along with my sweet little fairy egg, and this will be for me for baking. I also will set aside eggs for our family. I have 2 of these, and one is already filled with our chicken eggs for the family. So as you can see, some of the cartons do have this safe handling instruction sticker on them, but every single carton needs a brand new label with the package date. So today is September 14th. So I'm going to go ahead and just write 9/14 on all the stickers. And we like to put them here